Uncle Willie, a Laker faithful since 1979, called in and had this to say. What is it, Unc?
And that's how I know you don't know. Like I told you the other day, boy, when we was drinking them beers, you should have been listening and not sipping. Because Magic Johnson can come in this league right now, stand and pass the ball around and get 15 assists every night.
This has nothing to do with Magic Johnson.
Boy, there you go, boy.
This is a podcast about Russell Westbrook and his erratic behavior as a point guard.
That's me one of them shasters right there. Hand me that ashtray, young man. Can I ask you what position you played and what NBA team you played on? He had over 13 games where he scored at least 28 points. Over 8 games where he scored over 35 points last year.
They had a losing record. What good are those stats if your team is losing? Just a question. I'm just asking.
You know what 28 points was? That was Schroeder's high last year. In all his games, he scored 28 points last year. So it's definitely going to be an upgrade. He had 13 of Schroeder's best games. Boy, something else. We'll all going to get the squealing when him and old Queen James both got to shoot a free throw. It's all going to be held or paid in.
SideLine the podcast. The Sideline.
Well, how can you prove if a man has whiplash?
Mr. Sanford, after you were struck from behind, did your neck feel funny?
Yeah.
This man has whiplash.
Fellas, have you ever taken that blue pill just a little too early? She's not coming. Have you ever taken Viagra and been stood up? She's not coming. And she's not coming. Nia DaCosta makes history as the first black woman director to top box office with Candyman. DaCosta is making history. Following the premiere of Candyman, the 31-year-old became the first black woman to debut movie at #1 at the domestic box office. It grossed over $22 million in its opening weekend and is #1, so... Method Man of the Woo is starting his own cannabis line, TCAL. TCAL is an acronym for Taking Into Consideration All Lives. It's actually the name of his first solo album. TCAL, probably gonna be some fire. They got Orange Cookie Kush. Method Man strands of cannabis are in Nevada, where they have Mac Melon and OG Cookies. So each state cannabis is legal. They have their own strand. Free Mac, TCAL, Orange Cookie Kush, Sweet Grease, Colorado strands. So TCAL, check out the website. Cannabis by Method Man. TCAL. You know you hitting that. Hey, I got some TCAL. What is that? We smoking that. Roll that shit, light that shit, smoke. TCAL. SideLine the podcast. The Sideline.
You big dummy. You big dummy.
Margaret Ann Serko of Pennsylvania has been sentenced to 2 years in prison for running through a supermarket and intentionally coughing and spitting on food in the supermarket while screaming she had COVID-19.
You big dummy. You big dummy.
Store owner Joe Fasciola claimed he had to throw out $35,000 worth of food and products as a result of her actions. So she was charged restitution for $35,000 and sentenced to 2 years, up to 2 years in jail for running through the supermarket and screaming she had COVID-19 and spitting and coughing on food on purpose. That's so crazy.
You big dummy. You big dummy.
A Nevada man was allegedly tortured for hours and forced to walk off a cliff. Nate County Sheriff's Department responded to a call about a deceased male. The man was later identified as Roy Jaggers. Jaggers had been stripped of his clothes and forced to walk off a cliff in Cathedral Canyon. According to the criminal complaint, Jaggers had been shot multiple times and appeared to have evidence of torture, with a knife, blowtorch, baton, and an axe. Jaggers' mother told investigators he was last seen with a neighbor, Heather Pate, 27, of Las Vegas. Pate was questioned and detained along with her boyfriend Kevin Dent and her ex-boyfriend Brad Min. All 3 suspects were charged in the death of Jaggers. Min, who was later identified as the actual shooter, could face the death penalty. 3 suspects led Jaggers to an undisclosed area where they took turns beating and torturing him for hours. After they finished, they drove him 25 miles to a cliff and forced him to walk off. He was shot numerous times as he laid helpless at the bottom of a gorge. Min, the shooter, led investigators to the murder weapon where deputies collected other evidence as well. The motive for the murder was Pate believed Jaggers had hurt her child in some way. All suspects are being held with no bond on suspicion of murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy to commit murder. Local Spotlight. Local Spotlight. Now for your local spotlight. In our local spotlight, we will feature local athletes, local musicians, and local businesses that we would like to bring awareness to and shout out and show some love. Tyus McClarty, who plays quarterback and defensive back for the Norman High Tigers. Tyus McClarty is 5'9", 160 pounds. Started as a freshman last year. Had a great deal of success. So this year we look forward to him having a big year, and we just want to shout him out and wish him all the best of luck. The Norman High Tigers open their season September the 2nd against rival Norman North at Harv Field. So come out and support your local athlete, Tyus McClarty. Be on the lookout. Number 2, he's a quarterback and he also plays defensive back. Extremely fast young man. He's a great talent, and we are happy to spotlight Tyus. McClarty started as a freshman and had a tremendous year as a freshman and looks to build on his second season as a sophomore. Tyus McClarty. Also on our local spotlight, 6'2" redshirt freshman Eton Smith, who will be attending Barclay College this fall. Eton is a 6'2" guard who shows a lot of promise, talent, and we hope to see big things from him this coming fall, and we wish him all the best of luck and want to give him a shout out. Eton Smith.
SideLine the Podcast.
The Sideline. Hey, man, what's up, man? What's up, man? Hey, what's up? You wouldn't be interested in buying something, would you? What you got? Yeah, man, check out this, what I got here, man. Here, walk over here with me. Let me take a look and see what you got over here, man. Man, I ain't really got no money right now. I got this microwave. It just came out. No, it don't have no cord. It's Bluetooth. They just started making these some bitches last week. Huh? Yeah, it's Bluetooth. The plug doesn't even work. You just Bluetooth. You Bluetooth it to your phone. Bluetooth. And you cook whatever you want. Come on, man. I need it, man. A Bluetooth microwave? Man, come on, give me $20 for it, man. Hell, I'll take anything for it. Give me $5. Come on, man. You a fool, man. Nah, man, I ain't got no money, man. Well, can you give me a cigarette? Bluetooth microwave. It's something else, man. You got it. Man, you crazy, man. A Bluetooth microwave? That's a good
SideLine the Podcast.
The Sideline.